This is A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
Hey y'all, this is A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, where you can be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chats. Today in the building, we have the one, the only, Trice J on the mic.
I was like, you know what?
Nah, we got the one and only E Money on the mic. Eric, how you doing?
I'm good to be in the building. It's just us two.
We got the dynamic duo in today.
Oh, baby. Just me and you.
It's just the two of us.
Oh, that's a good one.
We can make it if we try. We ain't got nobody tell us stop singing. Oh, we're going to be singing a whole pod. Shout out to Kiki.
Always. Shout out to my boys, Josh and Eli.
Hey, y'all. Hey, boys.
And our girl, Reese.
Hey, y'all. Tell me what you did this weekend. Let's catch up real quick before we get into this Big Brother mess.
This weekend, I did absolutely nothing.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It was. Actually, I was going to make some deliveries for like a little side thing that I do. I know that sounds really ominous. I promise everything is legal.
Snowfall.
I promise it's a legal thing. I work for Dog Treats Company. Sporty Pups is the name. Okay, I do inventory and deliveries for
Sporty Pups. Sporty Pups, did they pay us for that ad? No?
They did not pay for the ad.
Oh, all right.
I had to make sure
you get one for free, Sporty Pups.
But I had to make sure the people knew I wasn't doing any illegal activities on the side. But other than that, like, I just chilled.
I had a very eventful weekend. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I went to go see 65. If y'all seen the commercial for that. They did not advertise for that very well. The trailer, it looks really good. I cannot remember old dude that's the main actor in it. Anyways, old dude that's the main actor. Moral of the story is look up what his name is. 65.
Because I don't know what you're talking
about. It was a good movie. They didn't advertise for it a lot. Me and Steve, I'm a very, very, very like persistent movie watcher. So I'm always
Keanu Reeves.
No, not Keanu Reeves.
Keanu. Oh, no, Adam Driver.
No, Adam Driver. Yes, Adam Driver.
I just saw the picture of the film pop up and they look like Keanu Reeves.
That ain't no damn Keanu.
Because you know Keanu got his
yeah, he do got that hair a little long lately.
Yeah.
But I saw it. Basically, he's from another planet, universe, both. Mm-hmm. And he gets on this mission. I ain't gonna say why he on a mission. He gets on this mission and some crazy stuff happens and he ends up landing on Earth, which Earth has not been, I guess, discovered by humans yet, or technically.
It's the prehistoric times.
Prehistoric times. And so they land there. He lands there in the Jurassic age and A, B, C, and D happens. It was straight. It was given Redbox on the cool.
Look straight to DVD.
It was only because me and Eric, we talked about this a little while back. Like we can dictate how movies go, and like verbatim, I was in the movies like, see, this is about to happen. You know, we can like dictate movies, so it makes movies a little less fun. I like to see when things surprise me and not the typical happens. But it's straight. If you just want to catch a movie, I mean, it was entertaining for sure, but it wasn't no like blockbuster.
It don't sound like something I'd be spending my money on. So
nah, wait till it hit Netflix, Disney, whatever it's gonna hit, Prime. Yeah. Because the moral of the objective of why he's in this ship, we don't know why. We got to in the movie. I said literally, I think we like 30 minutes, and I said, why should they not tell us why he was even in the ship in the first place? And you know what they did? Not tell us why he was in the ship in the first place. Yeah.
Y'all sure y'all didn't miss it?
Huh?
Y'all sure y'all didn't miss that part?
Yeah, I ain't even leave at all to go to the bathroom. I pay attention the whole time.
I have to look it up. Well, you can look it up.
It was straight. But today's my baby's birthday. Shout out to my baby.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
He's 7 years old, the big 7. Today has been a very, very long day. I started my day off. My friend, shout out to my friend Tamar. She won Teacher of the Year. Woo woo! And let me let it be known, she's won it 2 years in a row. Woo woo woo!
Choose me. Did Tamar pay for this ad and advertising?
Yeah, and friendship.
All right, she only get one.
Now she can get two. But
so she won back-to-back years. Okay,
she did, right? So I started my morning off with that, and then I've been doing birthday stuff up until about I say there about 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago.
We have been running rampant, and my baby loves there are letters all over my house. Mm-hmm. Alphabet should be the name of my house. But anyways, I will ramble all day about my baby. Happy birthday, baby. But let's pop into Big Brother Canada. Is that what it's called?
It is. That's what it's called, Big Brother Canada.
Big Brother Canada.
Oh, what's left of it?
Should we even call it Big Brother? It's kind of, you know how like you got your cousins that you don't see often,
mm-hmm.
and like they stay in another state, and from time to time they come into town.
Mm-hmm.
It should be called Cousin Canada. Because the big brother is not big brothering. You know, your big brother you see every day. You live in a house with him.
Oh my God.
So, Cousin Canada.
Not Cousin Canada.
Cousin Canada. Oh, man, go on and tell us about the premiere, child. Give us a little update.
Let's see. So, Cousin Canada. Oh, Canada.
We should have named this pod Cousin Canada, man.
Cousin Canada.
We think of the like perfect names after we set the name.
Dang it. So Cousin Canada. The premiere is amazing in aesthetics because the house, like we talked about and showed y'all for the viewers, is amazing. These contestants, they walking out on stage. Arissa looks good. They look good. Everybody's energized. And so we're all like, dang, like this cast, you know, we feel a little bit better about, I can't stand you. For our listeners on our viewership page, she changed the name to Cousin Canada.
Because that's what it is. It's going to be Cousin Canada for the next couple minutes.
Oh my goodness. It's okay. You can alternate. But so these contestants get in the house, and honestly, like I'm looking at their videos and I'm starting to get different impressions for a lot of these house guests than I initially did from the sit down interviews with Jed. And so I'm starting to change my perspective on a few people as they get in the house, right? And so they're all in the house and they're chilling, and Arissa lets us in on a big twist.
What's the twist?
She says nobody will be getting evicted week 1. And they're all like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And we too like, hold on, that's different. Okay, like what's tea, sis? And she's like, but you know, there's always a catch to something. And so the new twist that they introduced is called Dead Last.
Okay.
And the way it's going to work is, although no one is getting evicted, they will run the HOH competition.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to do it in pairs. The pair who completes the first part of the HOH competition will move on to part 2. And the winner out of that pair will become the sole HOH, who will then nominate 2 people for eviction, right?
All right.
But here's where the twist comes in. The 2 that are last in the competition will then go on to a part 2 and battle each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the loser of that challenge will then become a special third nominee on the chopping block. And so they're blown away. We're blown away. What were your thoughts?
I feel like I saw like on the timeline, I'm talking about BB Twitter. You know, we crazy. They're crazy. I'm crazy adjacent. But anyways, dibble and dabble in the crazy from time to time, but I take breaks. I like it. The only reason why I like it, I probably would have been like, whatever. But I feel like it gives them motivation to actually compete.
Come on, somebody.
I'm all for throwing a comp if it's beneficial, if it makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's the first HOH. You don't have no reason. You're like, oh, I don't want to be a target. I don't want to. Why are
Forget
you
that.
going in last?
And so you saying
It's
that made me
pointless.
remember Roberto when he was telling Hope, we don't need to win this, bro. We don't need to.
You ain't even got a room yet. What did you talking about?
You do
What did
need
you
to
talking
win
about?
it because you could be going home.
Listen, could be.
Everybody needs to try for the first HOH because you don't know these people.
That's exactly what I'm
You
saying.
don't know them. So why would you risk that? We need to be in the middle. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You need to not be dead last. Is what
You need to be first.
Right.
If you can't.
Right.
So if you can, I'm sorry. And so I was just like, that's how you know you don't watch this game. Because everybody know you need to be first HOH because that's when all the power accumulates most of the time.
I want to be first HOH. I don't know about them. This new school Big Brothers, they do not want to be the new HOH. It's weird.
I don't know why. They scared. I don't know if they're
very scared. And even Santina and JM, they were talking about never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me let you finish first.
No, you're fine. So like we said, we have the contestants. They just got, this big news about the twist and everything. And so they actually get ready for this competition. So part 1 of the competition, they're in their pairs. And then this nice little European dress, with the plaid little scarf thing and the suits on.
Like the little Scotland.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, Scotland attire. And so they're in pairs. So they have to reach the puzzles through this tied up net, untie the net, get the puzzles, solve the puzzle. But once they get the puzzle piece, then the person has to come through the net also and get up under there. Once they solve the puzzle, that's the people they win. And so we have JM, like you mentioned, and Santina. They are in the lead. You have Daniel right behind them. And it seems like it could be anybody's game, but mostly Daniel and his partner. I can't remember who his partner was. And Santina and JM, which leads to the conversation you were going to mention.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to say who won?
Oh, go ahead.
JM and Santina. They're the ones that end up winning this little puzzle, whatever they was doing. I like the comp though. The comp
I did. It was a good comp.
One thing Big Brother Canada do is they don't shy away on giving you a bunk comp. So I mean they have that.
I was gonna say,
but they do go out all out. I feel like for their comps more than BBUS does.
Yeah, I won't get into it just yet till we get to the part 2 of the competition to talk about the comp. But I 100% agree with that. The comp was nice.
Right. JM and Santina, they end up winning the comp in order to compete against each other to see who's actually is HOH between the two.
Yeah.
Santina and JM were having a conversation in the pantry room.
They were really having it during the competition.
Listen, right? And she was like, I don't want to win. It's too early. Blah, blah, blah. She doing all that stuff. JM like,
well,
I win.
It's funny, because remember it was the opposite during the challenge. Because she was like, "Should we win it? Should we go for it?" And he was like, "No, we shouldn't win it."
And then they flipped it, right? Because at first Santina was like, "No, we shouldn't win. We shouldn't win." Wait a minute. Maybe them hearing about being last gave them a little motivation or something.
Yeah. But
y'all won. So now it was going back and forth. And Santina, she was saying that she would give it up to JM. She was like, I don't want to be HOH. I don't want to be HOH. I don't want to get blood on my hands as early. And then what she do? They end up competing.
Yeah. And even before then, so they had, again, we don't know how it works with the editing and stuff. So we don't know the length of time between the first comp and the second part, right?
I don't know if that's true, but I heard 3 days. And if that's true, that's wild. 3 days between to find out who the HOH is? That's weird.
And you know what? Maybe that makes sense because I was wondering why Santina was so irritated with everybody because she was like, oh, so JM and Santina won part 1, and then Renee and Shania lost. So they were at risk. One of them was going to be at risk for being on the block. And so with that 3 day, which is wild, everybody was like coming up to Santina because I guess they were just assuming that she was going to be the HOH. She was like, why is everybody coming to me like I've already won? And so I was like, why is she so irritated? Like, girl, y'all just did the comp an hour ago. So everybody going to be, kind of nestling up to you. But if it's 3 days,
that's a lot of time. I would get irritated too.
Right. And so during this length of time, which is like however long it was, you have JM kind of getting a little power tripping in his head because he started telling folks to their face, the men.
Child to Zach.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else was it in there.
It was Zach was in there.
Was it Rob?
Rob was in there. And I want to say Ty, but I'm not sure. Or no.
I know for sure it was them two. I can't remember who else.
Maybe it was just
it was Captain Canada. He was quiet though. He was in that corner quiet though.
Okay, that's who it was. And he was like, yeah, I'm putting up the guys.
Baby, Zach said.
And I was like, oh.
I was just like, wait, Jim, you know them guys you talking to?
You just telling them that?
I said, we doing it like that? Okay.
And I was like, all right, because
you doing all that, you have no confirmation that you HOH yet? Come on, bro.
I said Santina gonna win, and them boys gonna convince her to put your behind up on that block. Just for safety, because we see that the girls, Claudia and Shanae, they all and Renee, they all trying to get close. They want a little girls thing going on, and they were mentioning while they're doing their makeup, Renee and Claudia. You see them boys working together, and they were like, "Yeah, we see them." It was like, I think they're doing something in the game wise together as well, so we need to stick together. And they tried to bring this up to Santina, and she was like, "Oh, maybe they're just working out." They're just getting to know each other.
Child, Santina was not born yesterday. Maybe she was. I don't know. It was maybe last week. Shoot, who knows?
And so all of this is taking place. And then we get to the part 2 of the competition. And after I explain this, Teresa come in and give us some updates on those not so digital dailies to fill in some of the gaps that we don't have relationship-wise.
We ain't gonna hold you long.
And so part 2 happens. And so what I mentioned about the game, the comps, one thing about Big Brother Canada, although yes, they will have good comps, they gonna make a complicated competition.
Listen,
you're
gonna have to work for this, is what they said.
You have to work for it. So this one, they love them some part 1, 2, and 3s in one competition.
Yeah.
So the first part of the competition
is giving Survivor.
They had to assemble a puzzle that was the picture of Kevin from the winner of BB10, and they had to assemble that together. And once they were able to get that on, they put the crown on top of it to finish it. They had to then orchestrate these big blocks with a ramp on each one and orchestrate those for them to roll a ball down the ramp and the ball to go down each of the pathways to reach into the crown. I'm like, what in the physics, rocket science, gravity, inertia, and everything else? God, what is this?
Baby, it was a lot going on.
And so it's like, if you don't arrange them, you arrange them too far, your ball ain't gonna get to the next one. If you arrange them too close, it's gonna hit too fast, a corner gonna mess up.
Go right on.
Exactly. Yep. And so we have everybody starting to finish pretty quickly. Shania finished her half. She beat Renee first, so she was on her puzzle, and Renee she was the only one left doing the puzzle because everybody else.
Maybe she was struggling.
Yes, because Shantina got her puzzle finished. She was working on her ball. JM finished his. He worked on his ball, and so everybody's working on their ball, but Renee, po baby. And it's starting to get close because you got Santina. She's starting to figure out where her thing needs to go. And then JM, he's like, oh, okay, I'm about to win this. And most of the time, when it comes to this edit, when somebody say they about to win something, somebody else about to win it.
Usually. That's usually the gist. That's how I go normally.
And so it was the way they edited it was Santina's ball would go almost there, fall off. JM's ball would go there, almost fall off. And they going back and forth. And right when, JM talking noise like he fits to win, Santina gets it. She wins HOH. And so she got it. Then they move over to Renee and Shania. Shania's still trying to get it. She can't get it. Renee finally finishes her puzzle. She was giving Caitlin Herman from BB20, who couldn't assemble her puzzle, to stay in the house because she kept messing it up. That's what Renee was giving to me.
She was 100% giving that.
Because the puzzle didn't seem hard.
It didn't seem that hard at all.
Didn't. And so for some reason she couldn't get it. I guess it did look kind of confusing with the pieces and stuff, but
right.
Po baby finally gets it. But by the time she gets up there, well, based on the edit, because apparently, I don't know if I read this right or heard it right, but apparently she almost caught up and won, but I don't know. Just based on how they edited. And so Shania does win eventually, and that means Renee was our third nominee. And that concludes the information I have for you from the premiere episodes. I don't know why they didn't just combine the episodes to one, but
listen, the way my brain works, I'm probably about to combine some stuff all together, honestly. Listen, these digital not so dailies. First of all, you dropped these dailies too late. Okay, we're gonna get on that. The first digital daily that we got was about 2 hours and some change.
Mm-hmm.
First they pop in on them cooking. We don't want to see that. You know why we're here. We already don't get content. Why are you showing us in the kitchen cooking this non-seasoned food?
Uh-oh, you just brought
the
this
hello
back.
Fresh, no fresh. Eric,
You just brought this back to my memories.
what?
Why are we wasting precious episode time on a fashion show? I told y'all this on our cast assessment. One thing I didn't want to see.
You said what they all see is no doggone fashion show.
And what did they show us on the episode 2? A fashion show. Why are you wasting time?
You know they only did that because during BBCAN11 they did it and everybody loved it because we've had feeds and it was cool. We knew who these people were, so it was funny to see like these characters and we don't know these niggas. Like
we don't know them.
We don't know y'all.
and then thank you. It brought back to my memories as well. We also have some speculation as to another reason why they didn't have an eviction week 1. It's because Amal actually had to leave the game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna send some love and some positivity to her and her family.
Shout out to Amal.
For whatever reason, she had to leave the game. Unfortunately,
she had some good potential too.
She did. Honestly. She knew the game. No, she gagged us when she was like, "Oh yeah, you don't know who that is? That's Anthony Poutine Poppy." You know, he was. It was like, did he win? She's like, no, the guy with the missing teeth. Talking about Dane.
I'm cracking up.
So I was excited to see her play, but so she did have to leave. So I forgot.
You know what? Something just popped in my memory about Amal. During her Jed interview, I don't know if anybody caught this or anybody commented on this. During her the Jed interview or whatever, Jed was giving an interview, and they talked about his prior season or whatever. He's like, "Oh yeah, you watching my season?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, we watched you." I don't know if anybody caught that.
We watched.
But Amal was talking about watching the same stuff that I'll be talking about watching.
Nasty.
That Jed be doing. Jed, we saw you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you, brother. But anyways, I just had to drop that because that little, I remember writing it down like, oh, she was being messy because she said, "We saw you," and she had that little side eye. I said, "Oh, she trying to be funny." Oh yeah, just skated right on over there. I'm like, yeah, you know what she's talking about. We saw all of it.
We all know about it.
Listen, so go ahead.
No, I was done. I just had to when you brought that up about the cooking and stuff. It made me think of the fashion show. So.
Yeah, man. So honestly, the first digital daily honestly didn't give me much. I feel like the really interesting part about this digital daily was I really liked the relationship between Kuzi and Vanessa. Vanessa, which was funny, which I'm sure they edited this way, of course. So I wonder if they're really like cutting these and when they're flipping to the next feed, are they actually flipping or is this happening in real time and it's just a coincidence? That also pisses me off about not having
so many questions around this.
It's so many holes. But Kuzi and Vanessa were having a conversation and they were talking about after Santina ended up winning HOH that Vanessa thinks that Zach is influencing Santina's HOH. Man, folks say like they switched them cams. Here goes Santina in the HOH, in the pantry talking to Zach and said, I don't know if I should trust Hope and what do you think? Why are you asking him? You the HOH?
You the HOH.
You need to be, it's been 4 seconds. Well, how about you go talk to Hope? She did talk to Hope, right? Hope. Oh Lord, Hope. Hope
ain't got no hope. What I say on the cast assessment?
Hope ain't got no sense. Okay, I don't know what this man be saying because I know for a fact that this man said during the interview that he watched like 1 season. Then he was caught saying on a digital day that he's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of seasons. I've seen like almost all of them." Which is it? He lied about having a girlfriend. Now he ain't got a girlfriend. I think Hope just liked to lie. I think he liked to hear his voice. And so Zach did say that Hope, in so many words, he does a lot. He be doing the most.
I can see
We
that.
haven't really seen that per se, because then again, we don't have feeds 24/7. So he was saying, oh, Hope is just young. And, sometimes I gotta like talk him down. And then there's another situation where Zach actually went back and talked to Hope, and he doing like the Mr. Counselor. Oh yeah,
He the mediator,
you gotta what?
The middleman.
I just have to say, who is Zach, and who told him that he is running the game?
He the house daddy.
He really think he the zaddy something. Because what is going on? And like, and what's crazy about it is like, I can't even, to a certain extent, talk bad about Zach. Okay, I don't like Zach.
No.
I didn't like him from jump. He was definitely giving salesman. Like we said,
salesman.
What I thought her mom was gonna give us, I love her mom. What I thought her mom was gonna give us is exactly what Zach is giving right now.
Yeah,
he's very obnoxious. He's annoying. But he gotta run in the game.
From what we can tell.
From what we can see.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I hate that I have to put that disclaimer on everything I say, from what we can see, because they might just be curating these specific dailies that are not dailies
to orchestrate a narrative.
Exactly. So who knows what's going to happen.
But I believe the whole situation, because even on the episode, he pulled Santina before she won. He was like, we good. I'm like, what is you even saying? Like,
is that your whole accent?
Yeah, I can't even. I don't know what the man be saying. I don't. And so the men are really playing hard. Like already, like even Ty was doing a lot. The episode, he was like, oh yeah, the bros, we know we can trust each other no matter what. We got to win power, and we'll just sit back and we'll win and take over, and that's how we'll do it. I'm gonna be getting close with this person, and you get close with that person. I'm like, whoa, y'all doing a lot. So
man, second episode. What happened in the second episode? I don't even remember what really happened in the second episode. That's what's crazy, because we pretty much kind of dipped into what happened in the second episode. Anyways, but what's crazy is like all of this stuff is blending together. And I have to be real honest, it's very hard to follow this season. And it's been 1 week, because when I say the feeds are the show, it's so many empty holes in the show. I feel like there's so many different conversations we've missed.
Also, Trees, it's because they don't do nothing live in Cousin Canada. So
they don't. Cousin Canada.
So by the time we even got the digital dailies, it wasn't even right after they when they got in the house. It wasn't even after the premiere. They had already been in the house probably a week or a few days.
Couple days for sure.
So it's like we really don't know who these people are and what's going on.
Yep.
We really don't.
And we missed, I don't know if you mentioned that, they did the Bel Air Direct insurance safe thing where you vote.
Already week 1. Why
somebody
are we doing
say
that? Why?
Well, it's week 1. Why are you doing that? That's something you put like in the middle of the game when we actually know these people and want to save them.
Right.
We just picking like, oh, which one, who we think is cool. Like,
so I'm assuming a lot of people were voting Big Daddy K.
No.
Koozie.
No.
She didn't win?
No, Claudia won.
Oh.
And I'm like, Claudia? Who is she on the screen?
She is. She was the driving force behind the Girls Alliance.
But you know what? I thought Claudia, yes. I thought Claudia was gonna be a little bit more quiet than what she is. She has a little bit of annoyance for me. But I'm going to watch her because she got some smarts up there.
What I tell y'all in that assessment.
Yes, I can tell that girl is working with something, and I'm very I'm excited to watch her. I really wish we had feeds so I can get to know her, because I'm going off this like little 2-second clip, and then even when she's on the feeds, we get like 2-3 minutes of her on there. They gonna show us what they want to see, but it looks like Koozie, Vanessa, Claudia, Shania. I'm not calling that girl Nene. No. They be calling her that. You can call me Nene. I'm not calling her
No.
that. Shania.
Not Shanae. That's Martin, girl.
Did I say Shanae?
You
I did say
did.
Shanae. I'm not calling her that. But it seems like they could have a nice girl alliance put together. Ty and Claudia got a little showmancy thing going on.
Weird.
It's what's that? It's I don't see it. Okay, I would have out of everybody in the house, I would not have paired them together. But Ty was in the HOH telling Santina, she said, "Look, I ain't here for a showman, and I don't want to be perceived as a bad guy." He only said that as a disclaimer, child. But pretty much she said, not even so many words, in words, he basically said, if it's going to help the alliance, then I'm going to showman the mess out this girl.
Ooh.
And I have to be very, very real. Y'all may hate me for this, but it's a game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you allow yourself to get played and you fall in love in the game, granted, there are some, situations, shout out to Brendan and Rachel, Swaggy and Bailey, there are some situations where you gonna take a dub, you find the love of your life. Yeah. But listen, if you are in the game of Big Brother and you get played,
you ain't nobody fault but your own.
I'm sorry, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, by all means, get your rocks off, but play the game.
Play
you know what I mean?
Game. That's all we ask.
So I'm not mad at Ty. But some people gonna be mad. So hopefully, but Claudia seems a little smart. So hopefully she don't get too boy crazy. Exactly.
And stick to the mission.
Yes. And Vanessa is definitely surprised. Vanessa, that girl is.
We said it.
Y'all said it. I didn't even agree with that. I agree with it now. You and Reese, I will give y'all props. Y'all definitely said like Vanessa's want to watch. Vanessa's very smart. And you can tell she's watching what's going on in the house, and she's very intuitive to what's going on.
I wish I could. We're gonna keep saying this, y'all, so I want listeners and viewers to know.
And we're gonna beat that with a nail on the head.
I'm gonna get sick of. Prepare to be sick of us, because we're gonna say, "I wish."
Prepare to be sick of me.
We're gonna say, "I wish we could see." We wish we could see.
Yep.
Every single time.
And Kuzi is the exact same way, but Kuzi, for me, I don't want her to talk too much. Mm-hmm. And she's not. I mean, of course, we haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen her do too much, but for some odd reason, I feel like she might be like, girl, just because you're in the room, you ain't got to, like, sometimes just listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want her to go long. So, yeah, sometimes it seems like, I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, even when she was in the room with Santina, and she was saying, about how she had the conversation with JM, about how he's not targeting anybody. She did have a conversation with JM. Let me go back. Kuzi and JM had a conversation, and Kuzi basically put it out there like, hey, yo, like, you might be like in some heat. He's like, oh, well, me and Santina talk, and I thought it was cool. And so he's kind of like, wait, am I going to be on the block? And Kuzi, in so many words, she didn't say JM's name, but he's like, there's a possibility that there are people in this house that think that you might put them up when they didn't think so ahead of time. I'm like, Kuzi, why would you say that? Don't say that. So in that sense, I'm just like wondering, like, oh, don't say too much.
I go back to what Tiffany say. You catch more fish when their mouth is open. So it's best to be silent.
Don't get caught. But fast forward, because we're just talking all over.
We don't know if it's a fast forward or rewind.
We don't know. we literally could be looking at conversations from day 3, and then if Kim flips and we're looking at day 2. We don't know. But let me just go ahead and bring y'all up to date. Nominees are Renee, because she was last. Rob, dangly earring. Not Rob.
Oh, Dan.
Dangly earring. Zabo.
Something.
I think it's Zabo.
Dangly
DJ.
Dan.
Dangly DJ Dan. And who was the other name? Oh, Anika. Baby, Anika has been so quiet. Yeah. Anika.
Oh, I forgot she was on the cast.
Listen, I forgot she was on the show. And so I'm like, Anika has been very, very quiet, of course. We ain't seen a lot. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying that. But Anika has been like quiet. Of course, she snuck off to Mr. HOH. And by Mr. HOH, I mean Zach. Zach's like, hey, just be cool. Like, we got your back. Just just hyping her up, doing the stuff that bros do.
So what is Dan doing on the block?
Dangly Dan not doing nothing. He chilling.
He gonna win the veto. Watch.
Probably. Dangly Dan ain't doing nothing. He just chilling. I hadn't really heard much from him that I remember. If he did, it didn't pop in my memory.
Did they say why?
So he wasn't doing nothing. At the end of the day, she is going to looks like she hasn't really said, but she didn't say the goal is to backdoor JM.
What I tell you,
which is trash.
It is very trash.
I get the whole thing with the guys, and of course, this is Zach. There have been I would say there will be a couple people, but you know what? That might be the reason why Zach was saying Hope was doing the most. Okay, Hope was probably doing the most, but Hope and JM had a nice connection, and Hope revealed to JM that he has a girl back home, and they had a nice little connection for a minute. It seemed like they're really getting to know each other, and Hope really put some trust into him. Hope told Zach and said, but like, I know JM said, he's going after the guys, but it's different now. Zach talking about, well, it's too late. It's too late. What? It's too late.
The noms ain't even off the press yet.
Like, y'all ain't even played veto yet. Did the key get turned?
Like,
are you serious? Like, what's going on?
Like, I get it. Target?
I get it. He ran his mouth. I get it. That's yeah. He put himself into that situation.
Did.
But Mr. Zach HOH, is he about to run all these HOHs? I really, really hope not. That's what's going. I mean, if he can run it, I give him props for props to do. If the house gonna listen to you, they gonna listen to you. But they be dumb too.
Santina ought to have some better sense than that. Like, why would you do that? Like, JM was never coming for you. We talk about this time in and time out. People be taking out folks that makes no sense for their game. Sis, I don't care if your allies do want him out. If it is not beneficial for your individual game, I'm not taking it. I'm not doing that. If y'all want JM out, you're gonna have to do it yourself. Find a target for yourself, Santina.
So I remember you commented on somebody asked, I can't remember who it was, who said that why don't girl alliances work?
Yes, that was Isaiah.
What was your response to that? Isaiah. Shout out to Isaiah. Solid podcast.
Solid podcast. Yeah.
What was your response to that? Because I really like that response.
My response was a collective response from the pod, because I feel like we've also had this multiple, and I literally said this. I said, we've said this time and time again. But we said that women's alliances, because that was his question, why don't women's alliances work in Big Brother? And as we broke it down, as we always do,
right,
we said that women's alliances typically don't work because the women think they want to work with certain women until the game starts and things start to happen in the game, and they realize that, what I want in this game doesn't align with her or her.
Yep.
Or it may be best for me if I turn on her or this group. Right. And that is what typically happens. So, to our point, which we've stated multiple times, women's alliances can only really work if they are formed mid to late game, because that means the ladies have figured out who they don't want to work with, who they clash with. And I hate to be the one that, because people say this all the time, girls are just catty, and that's not necessarily the case. But
most of the time.
Right, and I was like, because most of y'all women on the pod, I was gonna say most of you, because the rest of y'all are women on the pod, and y'all were like, no, we just, you think, the honeymoon phase is over, like it's not about makeup anymore, it's not about clothes or boys, and you start clashing, and so it's like, we may have liked each other week one, but I realized I really don't like you. So I know we said we had an alliance, but I'm about to tell these boys that y'all trying to form a girls' alliance, even though you could have been the one that started it. And so once it's mid game to end game, it's like, y'all know where you stand with certain women in the house, who you're going to mesh with, who you can trust in terms of that. And that's the only way it can work.
All right.
So that's what I responded.
I like that response. And I wholeheartedly agree. Like, I was like, you know what, that do make sense. And specifically, I'll say this, I've been in sports my whole life. And so I've been around girls are competitive. And we on the same team, sis. Like, what is
Supposed
you
to
doing?
be.
We on the same team. Why are we fighting against each other? So it's like once you like, I'm gonna take this back. Like I remember in high school, there was a good set of us that were on one side, and then there was another set. Our team. I was on the volleyball team. We are two separate people. We would hang out.
Mhm.
We would hang out. You know, the other people hang out, and it's like we're split right down the middle. Why? Because our coach Zach kept pinning us against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the coach is supposed to bring the team together and supposed to do this and supposed to have us all, you know, No, it's getting us catty here, catty here, catty here, catty here. Yeah. When we get on the floor, let's play as a team and try to win. But you know what? We could have got so much further if we just continued to work together. And I feel like that's where the women are going to mess up.
Silly
They're going to
Santina.
they're going to have somebody run Zach. Zach going to be the coach. Santina over her. And then there go the girls over here. Oh, but the boys, you over here taking all this other stuff and listening to the coach. When the coach don't know what they're doing, we the ones playing on the floor, but you listen to coach.
Right.
When your teammates is telling you something right here,
open your eyes, girl.
Right now. Listen, y'all get my analogy. But
because she's in the alliance. Am I correct?
Santina is a disappointment, huh?
Because didn't the dailies reveal that she's basically in alliance with all the dudes?
Yes. So they haven't claimed, so there's no like alliance name or anything like that. It's probably one by now because it's been 14 days. But yeah, so pretty much it's Santina and the boys. And by the boys, Zach, Captain Canada, Ty, Rob is in that, and Hope.
Loosely, I'm sure.
Loosely, yes. They're working. Yes, Ty. Okay. They are working together as of now. Oh, and another thing that I thought was very odd, weird. Big Brother chose the rooms for the house to sleep in.
Yeah, what is that about?
Why y'all do that? And
what's that about?
The bros, of course, what we're calling them the bros. They are all in the same room.
You're kidding me.
Not kidding.
Oh my god.
Are you what? What's
That's
going
terrible.
on? I don't know, man. So I don't know. Production is already cultivating some kind of something. But like, dang, they said, you know what? We don't want all this trouble. We're gonna make it easy for y'all to game talk so we can get this all. So a lot of this, I feel like a lot of this information that we're gonna get on the show is gonna come in conversations in that bedroom because they put them all in the same room together.
Wow.
Man, I don't know. But I don't know. You have anything else? It's really it's really not much to talk about because there's been so many holes. And the Big Brother, they even put on their website that we were going to get these digital dailies Monday through Friday. They deleted Monday through Friday. So you mean to tell you we not even getting these things daily? Y'all should have called them digitals.
Or digital whenevers.
Listen, digital when we got times. Because that last digital, that last digital popped up at 11:52. 11:52, like you logging in onto Blackboard. Did I say Blackboard? We used Blackboard when I was in college.
PM.
You logging on to Blackboard. PM. Blackboard to drop this little. You like, oh shoot, my assignment almost due. I gotta take a quiz. Baby, you got that quiz submitted right in the nick of time. Woo!
Right at 11:59. That's when
8 minutes to spur. Hallelujah. Like it was cutting it close.
Wow.
And I don't know, man. And we didn't get no dailies. They not giving us nothing on the weekends because we didn't get nothing Saturday nor Sunday.
They probably doing all the comps.
Yep.
And they don't want us to know. They probably not gonna get no digital dailies tomorrow, meaning Monday. Because they want us to have to watch Tuesday to figure out who won the veto.
Yeah, because if we don't get nothing Monday, it's just it's so much showtime. Sorry, we got our last digital Friday, right? Yeah, Friday.
The game is already in week 3 by now.
And you know what? We got the digital Friday, which means we probably didn't get anything from Friday. Yeah. So let's say we didn't get nothing from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Who knows if we're gonna get anything Monday? If we do get some Monday, it might be Monday night. 4 days in a Big Brother house is like 2.5 weeks you missed.
And we probably not gonna get nothing on Tuesday because that's when the episode airs. So you got to think about it too, because on the weekend, so they plan for veto. So the veto comp is gonna happen. It probably either happened yesterday on Saturday or today on Sunday, and then the results, for the nomination changes gonna happen tomorrow on Monday.
All right.
And so we won't see none of that. So we won't see none of the fallout if JM actually gets backdoored or somebody else, if it stays the same and whatnot. And if it stays the same, who's the target? Because I feel like that's just a random assortment of Dan, Anika, and Renee. I feel like Anika would go home in this situation because I feel like the boys would have wanted a boy out. And then Renee is close with Claudia, who's close with Ty. So
from what I've heard, I've only heard I can't remember who it was, one or two people. The target, it seems like if Vito is used, is going to be JM. And if JM is on the block, is Renee.
Oh.
Because Zach had the conversation with Anika, like, hey, just chill out, da-da-da.
Okay.
And let me tell you, the
Coach,
vibe I get, it's Coach. You know what Coach say? We have to start calling him Coach for real. What Coach says goes. And it seemed like Anika is quiet. Anika, I don't even know if Anika know if she in Big Brother. I don't know if she know if what's gonna happen. I think she's still like, hey, when we're not getting my phone back,
right?
Like, I don't even know if she know the gist of Big Brother. I'm gonna be very real.
She don't.
But Renee been running her mouth a little bit. She was talking to Rob, and I could tell Renee a little spicy.
Yeah, she.
I can see Renee getting I don't think Renee gonna be one to somebody you can walk all over.
But she can't do that while she on the block.
Nope. I can't remember. I don't think I really cared much for her.
That was Reese. Reese was pulling for her.
Reese was, but just based off the conversation that she had with Rob, I can see her being very interested. And if she does make a girl alliance, I can see her being very vocal in it and being beneficial to it.
Yeah.
And by girls alliance, there's always this thing with girls alliance. How you gonna have a girls alliance and not all the girls in it? I don't like all the girls.
Period.
Listen, okay, you can have a girls alliance, right? Look, I'm bringing it back. You can have a girls alliance, but like Santina's not for the girls.
Nope.
So
she's
when I say there's
Franzel.
A girls alliance, she can't be in this.
She's a Franzel is what it's looking like.
Yep. And she can be that. And she's gonna just be that over there by herself.
And honestly, I'm not no hate to her. It sucks.
If it gets you further, then go ahead.
Because it worked for Franzel twice.
It did.
So
is that how you say her last name for real?
Nicole Franzel, yeah.
Oh, I say Franzel.
Because we always call her Frazzle. Because she always act that way.
Definitely. I don't know, man.
So, but listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, our prediction gonna come true. If the veto is used and JM on the block, don't say I didn't say it. I told you he's gonna be early first boot. If he get on that block, I said because he's gonna be doing too much. You did say
that. But you know what? I feel like JM was gonna do too much, but he's doing the opposite of too much that I thought. Like he doing too much game talk and saying what he gonna do. I thought he was just gonna be annoying and over the top. He's not. He's actually pretty calm.
Yeah.
But he be running his mouth and saying what he gonna do before he even have an opportunity to do so.
You should have waited to use HOH, homeboy.
You should have waited. He had to wait well, listen,
we don't know.
3 days. Who knows? I could say you could have waited 3 days, or you could have waited 10 minutes.
Right, because he probably
we don't really know.
He probably thought Santina was gonna throw it because she mentioned that she didn't really want it.
Because she said she was going to. That's why he was talking like that. Yeah. That's probably why he was talking real big bad. But you should know, and the Big Brother has anything can change.
Right, especially when you got coach involved, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I knew this season would. Oh my! I just know it'd be eating right now. I just know it.
Oh my gosh! If we had feeds, we would have so much information. And I'm telling you, it's like pulling teeth just watching the feeds because you're missing something.
Yeah.
It's like. I don't know. You know how you're making a stew, a pasta. I like my pasta from scratch, and you taste it, and you're like, something missing. I don't know what it is. That's what it feel like watching Big Brother right now. I mean, we know what's missing is the feeds, but every time we watch some content, it's just it's not given. The taste will never be complete because we missing a few seasonings.
It's like a phantom or a phantom limb. Like if you know how they talk about when people lose limbs, and it's something is supposed to be there, but it's not there.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? One thing we gonna do on AWAGBT Their podcast is give you an analogy. Always
give an analogy.
But anyways, yeah, this recap was a lot. It was here, there.
I'm surprised it took us.
That's how the season gonna go. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be about 13 minutes and 47 seconds.
Right.
That's why I stretched out that 65 movies.
I know you got to talk it, but we should know we motor mouth May Bells over here.
Listen,
so
we gonna run it.
So before we close, I want to talk about tonight was the Oscar night.
Oh yeah, it was, and it's over.
And the only really reason why we wanted to tune in anyway is because Queen Angela Bassett was supposed to get her Oscar, and I said should have gotten, was robbed of her Oscar. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Jamie Lee Curtis. I truly do. I
like Jamie Lee Curtis,
but
for sure,
Angela Bassett should have gotten that Oscar. And
I'm being honest, I've seen quite a bit of things Jamie Lee Curtis has been in, and I couldn't name her one performance that's gonna top Angela Bassett's.
Especially not the one in this movie. I haven't even seen that movie.
Especially not the one in Wakanda. Right. And you know what's funny is that I went down my timeline. Okay, of course I'm on Black Twitter. I'm black, and I be on Twitter. And of course it was all Angela.
Right.
I typed in Jamie Lee Curtis's name because, of course, when I typed in Angela's name, she was trending, so I clicked on it. I seen the clip from Wakanda because one thing we gonna do, we gonna let you know why she should have won. Bam, because of this. Right. One thing we gonna do on Black Twitter is give you a receipt. Why did I search Jamie Lee Curtis? I was like, okay, I gotta see the scene they submitted for her to win. I gotta see it. Baby, do you know I was scrolling about 4-5 minutes till I gave up? I said, why ain't nobody posting the scene? Because she wasn't even in the, apparently. I haven't even seen, I heard the movie was great. Like, and I wanted to watch it, but I can't even find it. What is the name of the movie in the first place that she in? Everything, All at Once, Everywhere, Every Somebody Somewhere. Oh, I heard of that movie. Okay, I heard of that one. I heard it was good though. I did too. They was like, but if anybody was to win from the movie, it should have been her co-star. It was the other girl, Helen something. Right. I don't know her Helen name. Chu or something. Yeah. And so that's what I heard. Yeah. So it's like, it's not that nobody's mad that Jamie won. It's just that she should not have beaten Angela for sure, but she shouldn't have beaten her co-star either. So like, yeah, that's what they're saying. They said everybody wanted Angela to win, but if Helen won, everybody was going to be ecstatic anyways, because apparently Helen acted her ass off in that movie, and so if she had won, it would have been a graceful like bow, like, okay, you know, at least I lost to somebody that was, you know, something equally great. Something. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know. I have to see. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try. It's subtitled, isn't it? It's not. It's not. Mm-mm. This whole time I thought it was subtitled. No, because I don't like watching stuff that's subtitled. Because I'm blind and I hate reading. I like reading, like books, because it's right here and I can see it. But on a movie, I'm like this. Stop! I can't see subtitles. I hate subtitles. But no, I tried to find it. You tried to find it? But it was I found it on Paramount Plus, but they wanted me to upgrade to like the super premium, which is like the $62. You know I got a link. I'm gonna send it to you. Yeah, send me the link. You know I'm gonna link. You know that's what I'm gonna try to do. I ain't gonna make no promises. I'm gonna watch it sometime this month. I'm gonna see if I can watch it this week. Sometimes. But one thing about me, I'm gonna give a movie like 5-10 minutes, and if it don't pull me the first 10 minutes, I'm gonna turn it off. So I hope it's good, but everybody is saying like it was a great film. They were like, "This is the better way. It explored the multiverse better than Doctor Strange." That's what I thought was so interesting. But I for some reason I thought it was subtitled. I don't know. Well, I'm over here saying it ain't subtitled, and I don't even know. I haven't seen the movie. I'm just assuming that it wasn't because it was in like major theaters. So I don't know. You know what? It's probably because when I had clicked on it, I was looking on the bootleg website, and when you on the bootleg website, sometimes you. Yeah, so that's probably why I think it's subtitled, because when I clicked on it, it was subtitled. Because I did try to watch it at one point, and I clicked on it. They got to speak in something you ain't understand, huh? I turned it right off. It's probably a link from a different country, child. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I'm gonna try to check it out, and we'll let y'all know if it's worth watching. Because if it's not already out, you said it's already out on platforms, huh? It's been out. Because it came out during the pandemic, a little bit after the pandemic. It came out when Doctor Strange 2 came out. No, you know what? They filmed it during the pandemic. I remember watching, I can't remember who the director is. Shout out to her. She literally said the day everything shut down, they literally wrapped filming during the pandemic on that day. Wow. So that was crazy. That's why it's stuck in
And
my
they
head.
held it out for that long, 2 years, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And they did well.
They held
So
on. Yep. It was good for them to hold on to it.
yeah. Well, now I'm mad. I wish they would have did it, because then our girl could have got her whatchamacallit, her Oscar.
Yep. Shout out to Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, we love you.
You about to mention the same thing I'm about to mention. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you do it.
You about to talk about Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah.
And Jonathan Majors?
One man, one sound, baby.
Listen, baby, the shade. Listen, when Michael B. Jordan, I guess they was about to present something. All I saw was the clip on Twitter, and of course I shared it because, chugga chugga.
Oh no, I thought you was doing it.
Not to put your hands up.
She talking for our listeners. She putting her hand up, pulling the horn for the train.
Different reason.
I'm putting my fist up. So I'm like, black cow.
Both.
Hate you. Anyways.
Not anyways myself. Right. But they came out on stage, and Michael B. Jordan was like, "Hey, auntie, we love you." And Jonathan Majors did that. Like you already know.
Actually, I thought that's what. So,
Michael B. Jordan was the one that said,
"Hey, auntie," and then Jonathan was like, "We love you."
Oh,
and
he was the one
that
said, "We love you."
Yeah, and Jordan said, Michael B. Jordan said, "Mm-hmm." So it was like,
I thought it was opposite.
I did too, and I looked at it.
Mesmerized. I don't know.
Yep.
Either one of both of them sound good. But shout out to Angela Bassett. That's my Oscar winner. I'm sorry, I have to say it. That's my Oscar winner.
They said y'all done won too much in 2022 and 23 already. So
listen,
I ain't getting nothing else.
And you know what? F the Oscars in the first place, because if Taylor Hale wasn't invited to the Oscars, I'm not watching it no ways.
Period. Because what are y'all doing?
Because she should have been.
It's just crazy because I just don't. Why would y'all do that? Okay. For our listeners, something just happened. We can't tell y'all what happened. It just happened off the camera. We got a text message. It's okay.
Sorry.
From another group chat member that isn't here today. And so
we be messy sometimes.
Yes. But yeah, so it's just like we knew they wasn't about nothing. So yeah, we've talked.
Anyways, it's a wrap. Yeah, we rambling because it ain't much to talk about it, Big Brother. But I hope that they get in the swing of things. I'm gonna give them some grace that it's the first week of Big Brother, so it was gonna take some time to this and that. You know what? I would even be okay with if they say, you know what, y'all, we gonna turn on feeds from noon to 10. Yeah. That's all we can give y'all, and y'all gonna have a couple ads every hour. You get an ad. I would be okay with that because at least it's not cut and we know the time frame. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, or they can just run their ads if that's the problem. Just run y'all ads. We don't care.
Run them
because we will wait.
As long as I'm not behind on and not confused on the timeline and where what's going on.
Right.
But I don't know. So we'll be back next week, y'all, to recover Big Cousin Canada.
Big Cousin Canada. Thank you all for listening, as always, and being an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. Until next time.
Bye.